We do not have the capacity or the tools, the money to collect data and to have an appropriate assessment. Go to the government portal. That's the promise. Let's see whether this will be true. Okay? Yeah, this is what we face in Germany, right? Jan was talking about heliports, and it's not the future, it's today. We see new weapon systems incoming. These guys behave totally different. Yeah? Yeah. They love discrete operations, so you don't see them. Yeah? Even if the GPS is telling you it's there, it's not there, it's there. Right? So a totally different beast. Then we have these guys here on TP. Very much in use in Germany, so this is called medium altitude or high altitude things. We do have high altitude platforms because, for example, Telecom wants to introduce the 6G, right? Yeah. And they're looking forward to install high altitude platforms, 30 only for Germany, at levels of beyond 400. Yeah. And in order to have them 24/7 in the air, they have to replace 10 a day, right? So we have also lots of vertical movements. Yeah, this is really something interesting. These are the new cargo airplanes, unmanned. They are on the way. You know, Mr. Elon Musk, yeah, spaceports. But this is not only in America. It's in the North Sea. It's in the north of Europe, 400 kilometers from here. They are about to build spaceports. So it's here, right? This is a Global Hawk Block 40, Block 40, Block 40 from the US. They are always in German airspace, everywhere, going up, going down. And lots of small drones as well. So these are the so-called new entrants, new players. This very much plays into your idea as well. You do have a lot of new players, new entrants. The question is, do you have a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. What is the problem?
We cannot manage all of them. We cannot harmonize all of them into one aspect.
Okay. And will it be your responsibility to do that?
Well, some part will be our responsibility. Mm-hmm. At least with the activities that affect the single aviation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. For example, we don't care about the steel airplane going somewhere in their area. Mm-hmm. If it not affects the airport or maybe the airport.
Mm-hmm. Please keep this in mind when we come to the next or some of the next slides. You as an ANSP, Air Navigation Service Provider, I think you have a clear role and responsibility in Vietnam, right? So your government has a very clear understanding. This is your responsibility. This is your task, right? And this would be the first thing to understand. Is this part of my responsibility? Yeah? Yeah. It's clear?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. In Germany it was not. In Germany it was not. Why? They said, DFS, you are responsible for the detection of drones. And we said, of course we are not. Where do you take this from? Yeah, here from this law. No. Surveillance doesn't mean observation. Surveillance means that we do survey cooperative airspace users, right?
Yeah.
But we are not responsible for detecting uncooperative. That's not in the law. Yeah, but we want you to do that. And then we said, okay, we can agree on that, but it takes you 500 million euros. Not like this, because we had an investigator, we did some research, we said, it will take you 500 million euros. What? Yeah. So this is really clear. Is it inside your scope?
Well, the reason is clear because
you don't have to answer the question right now.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer it. It's just necessary to clarify later on, right? Okay. So, what are the challenges? And I just want to go quickly through it, and you will have all the documentation later on. But this is all part of what the GAMP is providing as areas that you may have to look up when you define your performance ambitions. And when you build your national navigation plan, that you at least tick the box and say, okay, is this something for me, or is this nothing? But in Germany, for example, or in Europe, or in other cases, and you will have lots of these examples. Well, as far as Europe is concerned, it's CESAR. You can go to the US, it's NextGen. You will find a lot of links in the presentation you will get after the seminar. I've put lots of links there. You can look up everything. You can go to Japan, Karat. There are many, many examples where you can take examples. But here, whatever we do, environment is huge. It's almost a legal obligation, and we are not talking only about noise. We talk about carbon emissions. We talk about constraints. We talk about all this stuff. You know? It's really a lot. Is this an issue in Vietnam? Environment?
Our government started to implement some environmental regulation to reduce the carbon emission.
Mm-hmm.
But well, actually, it still is a phase of designing, creating the regulation, and it's not in like
Not yet in place, yeah?
Yeah, it's not in application.
If you do something around the airport, is there? Do you have noise issues?
We do, but
We
okay.
have, but in the processing, the flight procedure design, we don't have procedure to control the noise around the airport.
Yeah, but do you have people demonstrating and protesting and doing something like this?
No.
You don't have that?
Also,
Yeah. Be happy about it. I shared with you that DFS was successfully attacked by a state actor. This is the kind of a news threat. You know? We knew for years that there are cyber criminals, you know, and you were threatened in terms of whatever phishing email, and then you had to pay whatever 200 euros to get a password to again have access to your holiday pictures or what you had. So things like that, we had that. Yeah. But for the time being, since almost 2 years, almost every critical infrastructure in Germany is under attack by state actors. This is new. And just to give you an example, I found myself in the German parliament to respond to the questions. How could that be and what happened? And it was officially confirmed it was the Russian military intelligence service who did that. It could be another one, yeah? Everyone is interested in everything, yeah? So, but this time it was it. And I said, okay, the good thing is, it was the critical infrastructure in terms of service provision was never impacted. Yeah, this was good. It was the administrative infrastructure. Yeah, and then they said, okay, only the admin infrastructure. And I said, don't be so fast. If you have tiers, are you experts in that as well? IT?
He's person.
Okay, IT a little bit. So. If you have tier 0, right?
Yeah.
You are the lord in the house. You are the master. If you have tier 0, you're the master. You're right? And if you try to recover from the top, this guy will mitigate every of your attempts, right? You have no chance. You have to recover tier 0 again. Okay. If you have tier 0 and others, you have access to facility management.
Lớp zero tier.
So it's the top level of your
Kiểu giống tile 1, tile 2, IDSPI.
Bốn tier.
Yeah. It's your admin domain. It's the top infrastructure, and everyone in the system. You must help me if I'm not being understood. If you try to get an account, so you're home and you log in, right? Your account will be checked against this top infrastructure. It's just to tier 0 to understand. Okay, it's you. You are authenticating yourself, right? Yeah, authenticating. Okay. So they have all the passwords and everything. They have access to the facility management. If you have access to the facility management, you have access to air conditioning. If you have access to air conditioning, you can shut off all air conditions of all air control centers. If you do so, after 30 minutes, the controller working positions will go down. And there will be no flight in Germany. So it's just the admin infrastructure. Yes? And therefore, it's really a new threat in many, many ways. Okay. Then we have safety and efficiency. This is what I said, Anna. This will be your future. And one of your colleagues, it will be tremendous work because everything has to be assessed. Everything must be safe. Nothing is allowed to be deployed without prior safety assessment. This needs to be upheld. And efficiency. Yeah. Everything we do must also contribute to a better cost benefit, yeah? A better cost ratio, right? We talked about environment, and now I would like to introduce the Global Air Navigation Plan. Questions until here? No? So it's always the same. It's about capacity, as you said. It's in this case, it's about safety, security, environment. So these are the typical big, main goals the GAMP is looking for. So we're talking about 9750. This is the huge document. You will get everything on this. Yeah. So. What is this? As we spoke already in 2013, it's the highest strategic document ICAO developed in order to contribute to a global, harmonized, seamless air navigation system, right? So this is the highest document. It's very much harmonized, linked and harmonized to other global documents, as you may know, the GASP, of course, the Global Aviation Safety Plan. There's the GASEP, the Global Aviation Security Plan. There's GATMOC, all these plans. They're very much linked, and this was one of the most important prerequisites to have everything linked and harmonized. And here again, and this will be important for you as well, not at this level, but at the local level, it was assured that the Global Air Navigation Plan is supporting the United Nations agenda. Yeah? So again, to define the context, where am I? And the United Nations is striving for something, and when I'm dealing with the part of civil aviation, I can contribute to the expectations of the society by 1, 2, 3. And if you do the global energy, I have to look at you. You are the winner. You are the one who has the task to build this national navigation plan, right? Yeah. So what you need to do is later on. I will repeat again. Yeah? So you do not have to look at the United Nations agenda. You do not have to do that. Yeah. But you have to look at the regional plan. And you have to look at your national development plan. So where is the Vietnamese government going to? Yeah? What are the priorities of the Vietnamese government for the future, for its country, for its people? And if you build your national navigation plan, it's important to find links. I can play in here. I can contribute here, right? Why? And then you will get the money. Yeah? If you say, I like this solution, it's so beautiful, yeah? You won't get money for it. But if you say, ICAO is contributing to the United Nations, that's okay. You, with your national navigation plan, will contribute to the Vietnamese development plan. What is the Vietnamese plan for the future for its people and its country? Yeah? And aviation plays a crucial role for economics. Yeah? We are representing an enormous industry that will support growth in Vietnam. And therefore there is a role for you in this national development plan. Please keep this in mind. Look it up. Yeah. So, it's a multi-layer structure, and I will dive a little bit deeper into it to give you a better understanding. Please tell me if you know everything about it already. Do you know everything about it? Anna?
I cannot anything. I cannot say anything. I just know a little bit about it.
Okay, just a little bit. Okay, yeah, of course, therefore you are here, okay. Do you know anything about the structure and everything already?
Four layer.
A bit?
A little bit, 4 layer.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Now, yeah, just tell me. Yeah, then we can speed up or slow down, whatever you want. Okay.
Which layer?
Okay. So it's a multi-layer structure. So why did they do that in October 2018? The 13th Navigation Conference, I told you, We were sitting there and they did major changes. Okay. What did they do? Make it more easy. Thank you for animating everything. Jan is a nice guy because I throw all the content to Jan and he said, okay, I tried to make it beautiful. And he was so successful. So we do have 4 layers. You know that. It's the global strategic, it's the global technical, it's the regional, it's the national. Before this major change, there was only one global level. And there were some complaints. So people say, the CEOs or DGCA, CAA, they said, well, this is much too technical for me. I do not understand a single word yet. It must be more, political, aggregated, whatever. So, yeah. And the technical people say, what are you talking about? Could we talk now about really things and subject? And therefore they divided it. Yeah. And they split it up in 2 things. One thing is the global strategic and the other one is the global technical. The global technical is divided. I come to this later again. On one hand, it shows you all the framework and methodology, and it shows you the conceptual roadmap. Yeah? We go to it later in the deeper way. Here you find, as I put it, the triple B, the basic building blocks, the ASPO framework, performance frameworks, and so on and so forth. Here you find they promise all the answers to your questions. Yeah? We will check this later, whether this is true or not. Then here's the regional plan, the regional level. The regional level, that's for you the Asia Pacific, the APAC, the Asia Pacific. Yeah. And the Asia Pacific, this region, is responsible for coming up with a seamless plan. You have heard that, right? Okay. And there are 3 volumes. There are 3 plans. That's beautiful, you know so much about it. What is volume 1?
Volume 1, I don't remember exactly. ANP volume 1, just on the name, on his name. The volume 1 is ANP volume 1, and volume 2 is ANP volume 2, and volume 3 is ANP volume 3.
Perfect.
That's enough.
Yeah, perfect, wonderful. So, the volume 1 is the highest, you could say even strategic document at regional level. And this is a very stable document. Yeah? It says also, we start at this year and we have a roadmap, let's say go to 37 or something. I think for the time being it says 28. So, this is very stable. Why? Here you lay down more static things like FIR boundaries, so more political things. You find more political, very stable things you cannot change overnight like this. Yeah? Because this is so, if the APAC region wants to change the volume 1, they need to go to the ICAO Council. The region cannot do it by its own. Yeah? So this is a very stable plan, therefore good to look at. Yeah? Very stable. The volume 2 is a bit more dynamic. There you find a TMA, or you find, okay, an airport is also static, but more procedures, things like that. Yeah? It's a little bit more dynamic. The volume 3 is the one with the utmost degree of flexibility and dynamic at regional level. And the volume 3 is very much depending on you.
National plan. In volume 3, so we can find the guidance about the national plan.
There's no plan?
Right? I don't remember exactly that in volume 3 that we can find the guidance for national plan or not.
Who has read the volume 3 of the APAC region?
Not me.
No? Okay. That's super interesting because in volume 3 of your region, you will find lots of performance ambitions. And there are also some KPAs, key performance areas, and there are also some key performance indicators already. That's interesting. Yeah. We can look it up afterwards together. Yeah. And we have to because we will do an exercise together. Right? We will do an exercise together. And sorry for bringing again and again. These are the things you have to look at. Yeah. Okay. And then there is the national A&P. And this is what you are cordially invited to contribute. And this is a beautiful task. It's challenging, but it's beautiful. Yeah? Because you will change the future of ATM in Vietnam. That's a great job, isn't it? Beautiful. CBS checklist you will find as well. And why is this so dominant here? Because no one has money to spend like that. Yeah? You always have to provide an evidence that there will be a return on this investment. Yeah? And I didn't talk to your government. They didn't ask me to push so hard on performance-based approaches, right? But if you want to get money, you have to prove, you have to provide an evidence that there will be a return on this investment.
Efficiency.
It's about efficiency, yeah. But where you put your money, you will get something from it, right? And therefore, it's so important to focus on problems, yeah, and to find the right solution. And the GAM is promising that there will be the right solution for it. So just to give you an idea, we will go to it. This is the structure of the global navigation plan as far as the top-level strategy is concerned. Interesting to look at roles, responsibilities, super important. What will you do, what can you do as an ANSP if your CAA or the government doesn't provide the right regulatory framework? You need the supporting regulatory framework. Yeah. And this is not only a problem for Vietnam, it's everywhere the same situation. Yeah. In Germany, we were begging the government for an opinion for UTM and then a regulation. We started in 2009. It took them almost 12 years to come up with something we could use. So it's everywhere it's the same, but if there's a lack, if you do not have the regulatory framework supporting your operations, there is it makes no sense to pursue any solution. Yeah? Excuse me, you wanted to say something?
So I want to ask, normally in other countries, for example in Germany, the regulatory framework will be like the government or maybe the Commission, European Commission, like that. They will just create a task force, a work group to build the regulation and then they publish it. Mm-hmm. Or the regulation framework was proposed by the ANSP to the government. Mm-hmm. And for example, DFS drafts the regulation. Mm-hmm. And then propose to the government and then they will just pass it.
Yeah. We love this situation. Yeah. Of course, we love to draft something and to bring it up. That this would be the right way ahead. Yeah, so. And sometimes it's a bottom up and so vice versa process. So, for example, the UTM regulation was quite difficult because no one really had an understanding how to proceed here. What will be the subject? Small, medium size, weight, what is it? Cooperative, non-cooperative, how to identify maybe a TE or no ideas, right? Yeah. So, and what will be the commercial use of it and blah, 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 all this stuff. And of course, Europe tries to approach the thing together. And therefore, we have EASA. Yeah, we have some European institutions that helps us to develop a standard. Yeah. But when we're talking about UTM, you know that there are some roles and responsibilities, right? And for many reasons, we were interested in becoming the single central information service provider. Yeah. So this was a function we believe this should be DFS, right? For many reasons. Yeah. Okay. We are not interested in becoming a drone operator. We do not necessarily need to become a use space provider, right? So, and this is what I mean with roles and responsibilities. And we were allowed to contribute, to support to the concept. Yeah. But you need to have a conversation. There are, if you talk UTM, if I may, let's say, suggest a way ahead. Yeah. The top level of your organization should talk to the Ministry of Transport, telling them we have a need. We need to have a relation because this must be normally processed through the Ministry of Transport, right?
Yeah.
To the government. So, and then you can come up with a proposal. This is under our understanding. This should be the roles and responsibilities, blah, 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 like this. So you could do that. This is how we started the process. And I could imagine that there is a planning and implementation regional group, PILC, yeah, ICAO, Global Air Navigation Planning and Implementation Regional Group, PILC.
Yeah.
And this group is coordinating everything for the region. Yeah,
Yeah.
but should be developed and implemented. This group could be addressed as well. Yeah.
The probe can arrest to the country so that the country will.
Yeah, but this is something. If you really come up when you define when you want to write your national air navigation plan, and we do step 1. I will go to the method right after. When we go to step 1, and you have to define the scope, and you said UTM is in. Yeah, we need to do something about UTM. Then you have to link to the development plan. Then you have to check whether there's something at regional level. Volume 1, 2, or 3 already. If not, you will have a problem. You won't get money, you won't get the attention, you won't get the regulatory framework. But this is maybe not part of this, but
Okay.
more part of your homework afterwards. So, roles and responsibilities, and this is what the GAMP tells you. Yeah? And this is also important to understand. You cannot provide for regulatory frameworks. You cannot do that. You can request. And there is a role. Yeah? State, whatever it is, competent authorities. Yeah? And these needs to be involved. The plan is built on collaboration. And if you have an issue, you have to involve the respective stakeholder. If you don't do that, you will fail. Okay. Are you good?
Yeah.
Shall we continue? Or? Weißt du was, wir springen mal zu den Basic zu den Framework.
Break, yeah.
Okay, let's have break 5 minutes, okay?
5 minutes break?
Yeah.
Okay, what I would like to suggest as well is we do a 5 minutes break. And I will skip this part because I believe you need more information about the framework before we go into the method.
Yeah.
Yeah? So we skip this part, we jump to the framework, basic building blocks, and ASBU framework. We do not go to the steps. This is the next step. Yeah? We first do that, and then we go to the method. Yeah? Okay, that's fantastic. Make it 8 minutes break. Yeah? Okay. Huh?
So generous.
Yeah, I'm a super generous guy. Yeah. And I need another proposal for our music. So she said, but what is your proposal for music?
Can you do the song that we left?
Again?
Piano guy. The piano guy.
And he's called? No. Yeah, the pianist?
Richard Raymond.
The piano guy. Do you have?
The
Richard.
piano guy.
Yeah.
A piano man.
It's a band with three guys. They play piano.
Để lấy số anh được.
Giờ số anh nữa.
Đấy mà anh đã ký rồi không biết nó có
Geschrieben ist
Để cho anh biết
Tụi em được không được. Cứ nhận được cô chị không tin nhắn luôn. Xong đến lúc đấy chị được luôn làm lại thì nó lại bảo là đã đăng ký rồi.
Đã đăng ký rồi á?
Ừ. Đấy.
Của em cũng thế. Đổi rồi.
this the one?
Cái này phức tạp vào phức tạp. Đấy, nhập luôn cho xong.
ao rồi anh bảo.
Ở Ý là của em cũng hay được cái kiểu của nhập cái nhưng mà chúng tôi
Yeah, can you help me with the connection? It's only in German
Oh my god. So the instruction is in English, but then the website is
So I should register, but actually I don't have a number to receive the SMS. So
You don't have a number.
No, wait, I don't. My SIM only give me the name.
Beautiful.
It's like roaming.
you can play
But if you
No, I play saxophone.
I haven't.
And I started to play the VR. I had my fourth lesson. My fourth. Yeah, genau. I just started. Because I wanted to be, I left this job because it was so tough and I lived in Frankfurt.
Của em cũng
And I'm
không nhận được. Không có đăng ký thì nó bảo là
there's no need to work for me anymore, and this is just fun.
Mua tin nhắn ở trong.
Just what I want to do. And they asked me, do you like to work together with the colleagues from Vietnam? I said, I would love it. So, and they said, do you like to go to do this? And I said, no, this is not my topic. And they asked me, maybe we should try to doing this. And I said, yes.
Mấy nghìn người.
So this is, it's wonderful. I'm free.
So you haven't sent message.
được ạ.
But maybe I can register with my
Anh của anh ấy là 2 người. Anh đang 2 người dân.
Thế thì vào bằng luôn cái của chị vừa nãy đây, đúng không? Đấy.
Em còn đánh
À, tức là phải thành số à? Cái gì?
Hồi nãy em bảo là nhập cái gì ạ?
Tức là
Đây em nhập luôn cái số như này, nhập password đây này.
Nhập tên.
Được hai máy.
của chị là gì? Lam à?
Không, em nhập này này, 4475 này.
Em á.
Đây, 44 này.
75 475
Xong rồi ấn số điện thoại của em.
760 58136 mật khẩu 9092.
À đây nó ghi là massage đây. Không nhận được nên là chắc là dùng một tài khoản đây nó ghi là đã 2 người đây đúng không? Đấy, nên là chọn số. Đấy, cứ bỏ số 0 đi.
Tức là nó
Em được luôn. Tối đa 2 người.
how it should work.
Xong rồi sao nữa?
Đợi tí. Đợi tí.
How about the previous slide? You will present more about
Alright, it
the
should work now. See?
that.
Yeah, it's working.
Alright.
Do you want to say more?
I will discuss with our group first. Tức là anh hỏi xem là nếu mà cái slide trước mà vẫn đang tiếp tục trình bày về cái 4 cái level của cái gian ấy, thì anh nghĩ là để trình bày cái đấy thì
Đây là mình bắt đầu.
Không, cái này
Thầy đã
cái này
lách
phát
lách qua cái kia rồi, thầy bảo phải dừng lại cái
mọi
kia
người,
đi bạn ơi,
mọi người
chứ
muốn
không
đi
quay
cụ
lại
thể
cái
luôn thì
kia.
anh nghĩ sẽ nó không ổn lắm cho cái việc là ví dụ như châu Âu tôi nhé, nếu như mình được 4 level ấy, thì mình sẽ biết được là nếu trong Việt Nam mà muốn trở lại cái bây giờ anh chưa cần xuyên, anh vẫn có thể PC được. Đấy, anh nối được các hệ thống với nhau thì anh có thể PC được. Thế thì nếu mà chạy theo level theo cái kiểu là những cái mà mang tính chất ở trong nước là một cấp độ thì mình vẫn giải quyết được cái kia, và đến khu vực một cấp độ khác thì những cái chuyến bay liên quan đến mình đây là phải cần CRT xuyên.
Được rồi, kiểu hai hợp công, một này hợp công bộ, một này hợp
Đúng rồi,
công
tức
bộ.
là nó sẽ phân chia ra làm các cái level khác nhau. Thì nếu như mình hiểu được tư duy thế thì khi đấy mình sẽ phải giải quyết bài toán, mình nó không bắt buộc là phải xuyên trong kiểu nó làm cái này nó làm cái kia, nó không phải thế. Và fixie thì không có nghĩa là phải nối tất cả các cấp ra. Thì bản chất trong các cái block này nó cũng sẽ đã chia level nhưng nó không ghi rõ nên mình không hình dung ra, tức là từ cái giai đoạn mà mình đang chia đấy, đó chính là cái đoạn nào là locally, đoạn nào là regional và đoạn nào là global. Đấy, thì nếu mà mình anh nghĩ là cứ theo cái tư duy của nó, còn các cái block tiếp thì mình sẽ show sau. Chứ không mình bục phát là mình lại không hiểu theo kiểu là giao thông nào là block nào là biết block đấy. Và mình cứ nghĩ đến 2050 là cái gì thì nó sẽ khó. Vì mình cần phải hiểu cái tư duy nó đẻ ra cái này là cái gì thì lúc mình triển khai sẽ dễ hơn.
Như kiểu phương pháp nó xây dựng ra vậy, phương pháp nó xây dựng là gì?
So we are talking about like probably we come back to the level of the grants, and we would like to focus on the regional level and national level, and probably the
Global, technical, how do you say?
like the technical probably requirement or maybe the difference between the regional level and national level, because the proposal that we want to show is that for example, like if we want to invest in some like swim, for example, we probably to adhere with a regional regulation, with regional development plan, we will have to have swim to connect with other country for the international airport. However, for our domestic market, probably because our demand and our budget doesn't allow us to invest in the whole system, like swim for domestic only. So probably the national level will have some kind of different approach to the regional level. And
Absolutely.
So sorry, we want you to continue with the previous slide. Okay.
You want to go back to the previous slide?
Yeah.
Okay.
And continue.
Kannst du noch mal ganz kurz?
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking whether I draw another one for you.
Was die Pyramide?
Er will die Pyramide nochmal haben. Question.
all right.
Yeah, it's more than 500 pages. Who read the 500 pages? Okay. Yeah, and no problem, you don't have to do that. I had to in 2018 because we were asked to respond as Germany. Yeah, and we were asked. And Australia said, we do not need the basic building blocks. That's nonsense, we do have block zero. We said, no, that's not block zero. I will tell you later on, yeah. It's a misunderstanding. And it's good to have two frameworks in order to separate the one from each other and to understand what is my mandatory thing I have to do and what is not mandatory. The GAMP is not mandatory. You do not have to do nothing about the GAMP. It's just a recommendation. It's not mandatory. This is mandatory. Yeah. And I have the feeling, I may be totally wrong, but I have the feeling that you are talking, when you talk about the challenges, a little bit about mandatory issues which are laid down in annexes, right? But I will talk about this later. Right? So this is this level, and here we have methods. We just skipped the method, but we come to it. Methods, we do have, how to Performance. Wir machen die Folie nochmal anders, ne? Weil ich hatte sie dir geschickt, glaube ich, anders, ne? Oder nee, hatte ich nicht mehr. Die machen wir anders. Performance-based decisions. And you will tell your colleagues that this slide will be renewed because of your input. Performance-based decisions, and it's decision making. Yeah. Decision making. So this is the global part, and therefore, please, this is an important level for you as well. Yeah, and we do some exercises here later on. So this is really something you have to go into. And they promise that the solutions are here. Yeah, to your problems. And then we do have the regional. And we have, as we said, volume 1, 2, and 3. And here we have the, let's say, local or national level. And what you just said is so perfectly right. You may put into your national navigation plan things you do not find here. Because you need them, right? But perhaps you have some issues or challenges or problems, you may find a solution here. And the more you rely to this area, the more you will find corresponding answer by your neighbor country. Yeah? But whatever you do here has to go to the PILC. Yeah? And here you have the collaboration across the border with your neighbor countries. Here you have the collaboration. And it's a collaborative approach. Do not do things by your own. Develop a plan and then talk about it. Yeah? And the idea is, as you said, it must be seamless. Yeah? And it's challenging. I tell you, I was invited by South Korea to support a conversation dealing with the Aqua corridor between Japan and China. Only political. From a technical perspective, they were like that. Everyone understood the problem, right? But it was political, and therefore, do not underestimate the political dimension of the one or the other solution you pursue, right? Therefore, you need to go to the PILC in order to have a regional-based conversation about what you are aiming at nationally. Okay. Yeah. 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 Perhaps I should add that at this level you also have the your R&D programs. When I, for example, refer to CESAR, this is the CESAR. This is the ICAO European region, right? So this is CESAR. For the US, it would be NextGen. Yeah. Japan, it's cut out. Brazil. And so on and so forth. Yeah, lots of examples. So this would be an interesting question as well. Do you have a regional program?
We have seen this, APEC in this program.
You have APEC Seamless. Yeah, this is your program. We can look at it. I have the link with me. So very important to look at as well, right? We will talk about this because you have to also, sorry if I speak in this way, because this is the expectation. You are expected, yeah? You are expected to contribute to the performance ambitions that has been agreed at regional level. Yeah. So your national plan contributes to the APAC air navigation plan, and you can do whatever you want to do, but you will be measured against your contribution to the agreed regional performance ambitions. And this is here. Yeah? Your region has laid down in volume 3, in particular volume 3, what is the regional performance ambition. And this is what you need to look at as well. We take a do you like this one as well? It's better?
Yes.
Then I take a picture and you will have it afterwards, okay? Yeah.
I know the road have a CSAP plan.
Yeah.
CSAP project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have CSAP plan. How about in Germany? Have you got an additional plan?
This is Sisa của cả Euro.
Yeah, Germany, my beautiful country. In Germany, it's sometimes we make things easy, sometimes we make it more complicated. In Germany, we do have the Single European Sky Initiative, and the European Commission wants, not in Germany, it's for Europe, right? So, the European Commission wants to force the member states to go down the road, to follow this path, this roadmap. They're forced. And therefore they do it by law. So we do have a plan, but this plan is more a kind of responding to the law. In Germany, our orientation is the Common Project 1, CP1. Jan, bist du da auch sprachfähig? No. Okay. I just asked him whether he wanted to step in and give a short briefing. So it's the Common Project 1. And the Common Project 1 is performance-based, yeah? And it was break down into many, many small projects, yeah? And the member states of the European Union have to live up. They have to do this or that and have to contribute to this performance ambitions. So it's law. You may call it a plan, because we do have a plan, because you need to plan the development and implementation. Yeah. But for us, it's not implementation of a performance-based decision taken by the European Union. So this is our regional approach. If you want to, no, I will. I will do a small excursus with you into performance monitoring during the course, and we will have a look at examples, how people are reporting their performance. Yeah? Because this is another thing, you should delegate in time before you say yes to everything. So if you are the one responsible for developing the Vietnam National Air Navigation Plan, there must be one responsible for reporting, for tracking and reporting. Yeah?
Yeah.
There's no plan without a report about the progress. You do already? Fantastic.
Before building the new version of the National Navigation Plan, we already have some plan before, and we do the report, like what have we done with the previous plan, how we progressing with that. And we also have to report to the regional body about our progress in the...
How many percent?
Yeah, how many percent
number
we achieved in the
completed?
regional plan.
Okay. Which is good, isn't it?
Well, we just report because we have to report, but we don't know, really the...
Just a procedure.
Yeah, let's just do some paperwork, but we don't know what's right and what's wrong.
So that's the issue, right?
Yeah.
That's an issue. And ICAO tries to overcome this way of proceeding. One notion of the Global Air Navigation Plan is it's not about implementation, it's about performance. You may implement whatever solution you like. If it does not affect the performance the way you were planning for or aiming at, it's not worth the money or the time you invested. And therefore, ICAO and the regions try to drive everything into performance measurement. Yeah? So that's a good figure if you have agreed at regional level on a performance ambition, yeah, which can be driven through the implementation of some elements from the one or the other ASCII thread. Are you familiar with all this terminology? Yeah, okay.
We do thread and element. Yeah.
Okay. Then it's good to track the percentage of implementation, 50%, 75%, whatever the milestone means, yeah, there are milestones, yeah. But at the end or in between, sometimes it's a longer period, yeah, sometimes it's a near term, we will talk about when we talk about blocks, yeah. You also should measure the change in performance, yeah. Do I have less delay? Or were able to reduce the workload so there's more capacity for the ADCOs, air traffic control officers?
So we have we never report something like that. We never report that how good we have performed. And actually, our boss, our general director, want us to measure the performance, how efficiency we have, like how more efficiency we have become. But again, we don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it's difficult, of course, yeah, but we will have a look at it, yeah. So we look at it. Don't be afraid. By the way, I was very close with Pham Vie Dung. You know?
Yeah. Our former, our ex president.
Yeah, but he's gone, right?
He is already retired.
Yeah, he told me that he would change first somewhere else and then now he's retired.
Yeah.
The former pilot. A nice guy. We worked with him internationally. Yeah. He was very quiet often, but when he spoke, he was good. Yeah. You don't like it? Actually, he volunteered. He volunteered as CANSO Executive Committee Champion for Safety, and I think you worked a lot for him in that respect. No?
When I moved to Hanoi, he's already moved.
Well, C is
To the MOD. MOT or MOD?
MOT.
MOT, yeah. This was, he told me, it would go to the Ministry of Transport. Could we leave it like that? I'll take a picture, you will get it, and we will continue.
Yeah.
Not happy? You're okay for the time being? Yeah. Thank you very much again. I love that. So,
Vẫn ở đấy. MOC.
Is he So my suggestion is that that we do the basic building block framework, and that we do the ASCII framework, and then we stop. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. Tomorrow, or say no. Yeah, I'm yours for 7 days now, until the late evening, whatever you want to do. I'm here for you. Tomorrow, I will introduce the so-called 6-step method. This is the method you should apply when you go about your problems. Yeah. After a short break, we will do an exercise tomorrow. So you will apply the 6-step method tomorrow. You will do that. Okay? And then present to the group. You did so perfectly this morning. Thank you very much for that, by the way. Yeah. And then I think we have an idea, and then we could start to jump into the one or the other thread and its elements, yeah, how it's built. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so shall we proceed like that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Very good. Basic building blocks. What is a basic building block?
First time.
Five service AS, AS, five services like
So the rescue.
CNS, so the rescue, ADS,
Yes.
MET, and
Math.
Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, that's the areas,
yeah.
right? Absolutely. Why did we have this conversation in October 2018 in Montreal, in Canada? Because this was the time when the basic building block framework was introduced. It was promoted. It was presented to the member states in order to endorse, to being endorsed, right? And there were many discussions. Why do we need that? And the answer is super easy. Yeah? The ATM system block upgrades were there before, you know, with all these blocks and elements and all these misunderstandings. What is a thread? What is an element? What is an enabler? And what is a module? And all this stuff, right? And but it was taken and understood in a way, and the one or the other nation or organization jumped on this ASP tools, on the ATM system blocks, right? On this very thread. So they jumped into block 0. I want to do block 0, for example, or even block 1. Yeah. Without having the mandatory standards in place. Yeah. So the entire ASBU framework, ATM system block upgrade framework, yeah, builds on what should be there according to ICAO standards, and all the standards are laid down in the various annexes. Right? And many member states still have not implemented all these standards, but wanted to jump to 0 or to 1 already. So there was the notion, they felt the need to define a framework to make clear, first, before you go to ASBU, check whether you have all the mandatory standards in place. And do not confuse that with SARS. SARS, the acronym stands for Standards and Recommended Practices. Recommended practices. It's recommended. So don't confuse it with SARS. We more talk about the shell of what is an essential service. This is what you, as a minimum service, essential service, this is what you have to provide. And if you are not yet there, do not think about ASBUs. This is super important. Why? You need to have the foundation of the essential services in order to solid build on. This is one thing. The other thing is, if you go to your government, if you go to your CEO and government and said, sorry, we have a compliance issue. We are not complying to ICAO. You'll get the money because they want to be compliant. It's an essential service. Yeah. So therefore, the proposal of this, the recommendation is, when you have a problem, first check whether you have the minimum standards laid down in the annexes in place. Yeah. This conversation will be easy.
So actually, the basic building block is a standard in the SARS.
It's the standard. It's what you are required. It's mandatory. What is in the basic building block is laid down in the annexes. This is the shelf. This is the minimum or essential service you have to provide. You have to have this in place. Yeah? You have to have. It's not a choice. It's not, I like to do that because I think. Yeah.
Standard violation.
Yeah? This is the text you will get. This is your documentation. It's the foundation, as I said, yeah, of a robust ANS, navigation system. ICAO standards. Yeah? Not to confuse with ASBU. That's super important because people are confusing. Yeah? It's a baseline. It's not an evolutionary step. It's a baseline. Yeah? Okay. Very much different from block 0. We will talk about it. You know what block 0 is? Yeah, block 0 says, I don't have it, but it's in place somewhere and has been proven to. Yeah? There's evidence that it's already implemented at some places in the world. This is block 0. So this is also a good thing, to go for block 0. If you have a look at your regional, APAC regional plan volume 3, you will only find block 0. Maybe a block 1. And then lots of not applicable, and so on. Yeah. We will have a look at your plan. Yeah. But it's from 2014. Yeah. 2015, sorry. Block 1. No. The first name. Block 1 is, it's a concept, it's maybe already developed, but not yet implemented. So this would be an evolutionary step. There's almost no one in the world who has already implemented. If so, maybe an example you can look at. Yeah? But then it could turn to block 0 again. So this is super important, right? And as you put it perfectly, yeah, you are very, very, very well already in the topic. It's MET, it's AIS, it's search and rescue, it's aerodromes, and it's air traffic management. And this is all laid down in the various annexes. Yeah. Of course, when I ask Anna, she is the safety champion. Your annex of love is Annex 19, of course, right?
98, 89.
This is the one document, and the annex for safety
19.
is 19, of course, yeah. There's a security person, it's 14, right? Then you have tower, ATM is 11, I guess. So you have all the annexes. Again? Aerodrome. Okay, yeah. 17. Security 17. ATM is 11. I want to be wrong because I want to pay a drink with you, see. And we have to figure out whether it's 82 or 83.
Annex 11, HFP services.
No. 11 ATS đúng không?
Yeah.
No.
Air services. Yeah, these are examples, for example. If you need to do something with AIS, it's Annex 15, right? And here we have lots of manuals. There's no innovation. Yeah? The ASBU framework is more about innovation. This is no innovation, it's all there. And you are requested to have this in place, robust in place. Right? Okay? Okay, wonderful. Kommst du da rein? Hast du noch? So this is what you will find. I'm not sure whether he has an account. Okay, he doesn't. Okay. So I will do this later on with you. You need to have an account. Do you have an account? For?
We have.
You have an account? That's good. Okay. You do not have to do that now. It's no problem. When we do the 6-step method, we will go into that. But within the presentation, you will find lots of links where you just click on and then you go, right? Okay. Can we continue? Mhm. So, and Anna is not only doing safe, sorry, I'm already a big fan of yours, yeah. So, she's not only doing safety, she's doing quality as well. Right, okay. Quality, if you do quality, you have to do some, once in a while, some audits, right? You do internal audits?
Only when CIAB had the use of last year.
Yeah. So this is internal, just to check where do I stand, right? So this is internal. But there are external audits, right? So ICAO is coming to you.
I keep coming to.
No, ICAO is coming to you.
Yeah, last year.
Last year.
Last year. Wow, this is something, right?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. Yeah. What do? They do have protocol questions.
Yes.
USOPA, this is this Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program from ICAO. Yeah. And what do? They check your basis, whether you have implemented the standards, right? So this is the basic building block. Did you have a finding or recommendation or whatever?
After the.
Yeah. So as a result from this USOPA, from this audit,
Yes.
you have, okay.
Chị có đây không? Có cái kết luận.
Kết luận.
Nhưng mà ít finding. Not much finding.
That's right. 90% mà. 97 phẩy bao nhiêu phần trăm?
Fatigue management. Oh, this is already high level, isn't it? No, fatigue management is already on a maturity level, which is here, right? So, but what do you do when you do ICAO audits? It's only paper-based, right?
Some interview and
The interview?
yeah.
Some like they go to
Hình như sau đó có ý định
Scenario.
We have to prepare the protocol question, all of the material to prove that we have followed the rules of the ICAO.
And a site visit.
yes, I mean,
Again, site visit as well?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. But they do not measure your performance, they don't do that.
No.
They do not look at your delay figures or something. Are you, how punctual are the flights at this airport? They don't do that. No, they don't do that.
Yeah. They don't like complain anything about.
No, they don't do that. They don't do that. So this is they do not look for performance. It's really about the foundation. So, are you contributing to a global air navigation system? Can Osman go to Hanoi again? Yeah? By flight. So can I jump into an aircraft in Frankfurt and there will be an arrival in somewhere Vietnam, beautiful airport? Yeah. Yes.
Is safe or not?
Is this the chance to arrive safe? Let's say 95% or so. Yes, it is. That's good. That's the standard. Do I have to wait at the airport for 10 hours or so? That it's not of interest. Yeah. Okay. This is the let's say basic building block framework, and here you have again just a quick look at the roles and responsibilities and the distinguishment between establishment and implementation, and what are the roles and responsibilities here, state function, and here is the organization who has the obligation to implement and to survey and so on. Okay. Good enough for the basic building blocks? Yeah? This is important to understand.
Yes.
Nee, begin, nee, das machen wir. Another break?
Okay, 5 minutes. More.
Who's head of delegation? Is it Lan is you or it's you? I'm not sure. So, you are the head of delegation?
Yes.
Navigation.
No, the head of delegation.
Head of delegation.
He's head of
Mr.
delegation.
Toàn.
Yes.
Yeah?
But in a small unit, he is bigger.
Okay, so the boss said 5 minutes break then.
So leader said 5 minutes.
Okay. But it's 5 minutes break. Please stand up. Please stand up and join me. You said break, so it's your fault. It's not my fault. Please join me. Come on. Yeah, join me.
Rồi ra ngoài thấy mình break cứ ngồi im.
Please join me.
Let's relax.
Please join. Everyone, please.
Take a picture.
Everyone is needed.
Yo.
Please join. Okay, we'll go with that. In Germany, if you go to the house or something, whatever is official, you might spend something of the money for arts. No, we need you.
This way.
We need everyone. Is there someone? Two. Yeah, one. Maybe it's like a picture. Just a picture. Do exercise. So the thing is, you may remember the slide where I asked for active participation. Yeah, there was a slide of active participation. Please participate in active, right? And there was an activation exercise. So we do an exhibit because you too much theory. So we do an activation exercise now. Today it's me. Yeah, I propose an exercise. Tomorrow it will be someone here. Yeah, so when you have dinner tonight, when you cook in your apartment, you have dinner tonight, make up your mind. And tomorrow come up with an activation exercise, okay? So the exercise now is super easy. I would never do kickboxing against Vietnam, you know, so those two are too strong. Too fast. Okay, so it's very easy. Every one of those, and every one of you, is a moon and a satellite. Okay? You are a moon and a satellite. Easy. What you have to do is, please translate it. What you have to do is, check one out and say, okay, this is the moon. When you are the satellite, this is the moon. And I have to circle around this moon 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. But don't touch it. Don't touch it, okay? Yeah. The thing is that he is your moon. At the same time, he's a satellite. And he said, this is my moon. And you will circle around this moon 3 times. While you are trying to circle around it. Understood? Yeah, very difficult. Yeah. Okay. So everyone chooses one moon as a satellite. And another one chooses another thing. So don't touch it, don't hurt you, please.
You try to simulate the air traffic part.
Yeah, and now I will get an idea about Vietnamese air traffic conditions. Okay.
So, do you have gift for anyone who finished the game first? Or anyone who came up with this?
You must
We can get you a bottle of wine.
You must be motivated intrinsically. There must be no extrinsic motivation. Okay, so everyone has this mood. And don't tell us this aside. Don't tell Don't tell, just choose your mood. You have your mood, everyone has a mood.
Yes.
Everyone has a mood. Okay, go.
Okay.
Go.
Let's go, right? chọn một người là
I think you all choose the same movie, right? Any separate?
Actually, I choose him as a rule, but because he is circling around here, so I have no choice but to just follow everyone.
This is the idea. Thank you very much for this. I mean, look at that. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Okay. Give it another 3 minutes, okay?
Đây cần ngồi tí nữa ngồi cả lớp.
Luôn.
Chụp hình ạ? Chụp phải ra ngoài chụp chứ. Chụp cái này. Chụp cái
Ra sân cỏ chụp đi.
bên ngoài ấy.
Sáng.
Bây giờ chụp thì nó mới
Ánh sáng.
hoặc là sáng mai ấy.
Today or on the final day? On last day?
Today and final day too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we go outside?
It's closed. We do not have it. Maybe over there. Let me check this out.
Sẽ có cửa tiểu ngạch. Chắc kiểu gì không có đường.
Ngay gần đây.
Cái đường tiểu ngạch.
Kiểu này.
Mai trời mưa chụp ở đây.
Cứ hôm nào
Đấy đi mọi người, đi.
hôm nào mặc đẹp thì phải được nó hôm đầu mặc
Hôm đầu hôm cuối mặc đẹp thôi.
hôm đầu hôm cuối rồi.
Hôm cuối mặc đẹp còn nắng nhé.
Yeah, something
Easy
like
one.
down to, or hello is like hello.
Yeah.
Don't say like a small.
Thì hai anh em để xe mọi người chờ đây đúng không?
Anh tính nhanh quá.
Vì không cần phải đưa
Cái gì mà xe buýt nó đã nói là các quốc gia xây dựng ấy, thì cái gì đó anh đi lấy xe cùng anh đi lấy xe cùng
Em đi thêm không giải quyết được gì cả.
sửa ấm, quan trọng là sửa ấm.
đi chưa? Đưa xe chưa?
Bây giờ
Không, lúc nãy là định bảo là
Also das wirklich nicht gut.
bảo anh á, anh ơi, lúc nãy là định bảo anh nhờ cậu kia chở hai anh đi lấy xe.
hôm nay thì chưa được ấy.
Hôm nay mới kia là
Chưa.
lâu thế.
Có trẻ đi tàu mà xe
Das war von der Universität auch die Idee, aber dann haben wir hier nachgebaut.
nghe cậu cọc rồi.
Này sinh viên với các trường thì
Wir haben
có
das
tô.
eigentlich unterbunden. Da mussten zum Beispiel manche Monate an 4 Tagen große Erklärungen gehabt von Gasen.
Đến đâu hưu trạng.
Das war im Winter, im Sommer eigentlich krass. Dann haben sie für den Winter nachträglich jetzt ist jetzt ein System. Aber wir haben zum Beispiel, da waren Eichen, da waren weitere Eichen, und so weiter. Da haben wir auch nicht mehr brauchen. Das ganze Konzept funktioniert nicht mehr richtig, das nachvollziehen. Dann haben sie lange die Heizungskörper, aber nicht nur 15 Heizungskörper eingebaut. Ja. Die Heizungen ja nicht liefen oder so. Über die Strecke irgendwie installiert. Und das ganze Konzept immer weiter. Und normal ist es von der Idee her so, da müssen die Roller natürlich noch funktionieren, wie sie ja alles funktionieren. Das alles war so voll automatisch. Grad, mehr kannst du nicht machen. Das ist völlig warm.
Jetzt am Werk kannst du den Finger nicht, aber ist nicht eigentlich.
Hamburg
Ich finde schön, dass ihr nicht Einzelbüro habt. Bei uns ist das eher so auf großen Massen.
Ja, davon wollen wir weg. Es gibt ja das New York Concept. Aber das ist natürlich wieder mit Arbeitnehmerbeteiligung und wir sind da, das kann ich zu machen. So, okay, welcome back. Everyone has survived?
Yes.
Okay. So tomorrow it will be one of you proposing an activation exercise, yeah? Thank you. So, where is the speaker? Again, I want to say thank you. We are very well in time, and I believe that the way we are doing it is the most beneficial for you. Yeah? I think just sitting there and listening is one thing, but the way we have a conversation, we talk, it's much more effective, I believe. So, and don't be afraid, we are in time. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So, this is the aviation system block upgrade, ASBU, brief introduction into that.